Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this week's Wednesday live stream. As you can see, I have this to show, and yeah, that is what we are going for in terms of making today and a little bit more. So let's see. For those of you who haven't looked into my channel before, I create a whole bunch of things, and for this year I would say I'm kind of new back into live streaming. Hello Kristen, welcome. I haven't done this for quite some time, but it's really fun to be back. So this, as you can see here, is the cover for my June journal. So it's a butterfly, or it's meant to look like kind of like a butterfly. So this will be the front, and like I talked about in the last week, you'll never know the end result of this, and it's really fun and relaxing to just add bits and pieces into this whole thing, have new ideas each day. So I have started on the back of the journal cover, and throughout the month it will be I would actually say it wouldn't really surprise me if the end result is nothing like this. So the thing that I will do, I will put when I would say kind of finished, I will back this with plain fabric of some sort, put of course paper and fabric, so I will combine those in this to create the actual journal. So I will start this in June, and this will follow along throughout summertime, because this to me is one of those things that can literally be thrown in a bag and have a little bit of needle book of some sort and some threads, and you are good to go. So the last bits and pieces, as you can see, I've done a little bit of stitching here, and for those of you wondering, I'll just do this for fun, for the relaxing part of it too. So I'll kind of go with the flow in creating this. But I was thinking, just do a thing or two together with all of you here today. So let's see, I did earlier today, actually, because it's evening time here in Sweden for me, I created these French knots, and I was thinking about adding some sort of color here and then continue with this. For this one though, I will change up the colors and do another thing here and something else on this piece here. And DMC thread it is. I have a whole bunch of yumminess. So let's see. And I don't know about you, when it comes to the thread part of it, I have it all like this for now, and a little bit off to the side of me here, but I did buy a whole bunch of threads in all different kind of colors and never really did too much about it. Hello, Teresa. Welcome, welcome. So I was thinking, what about adding yellow there, or blue? Let's see. I have this type blue. Would that be something? And maybe go. No, I'm more drawn into the yellow. I have no clue. Maybe that's because of the contrasting color there. Let's see. I have, as you can see, a couple more to choose from, and maybe this one is better, more orangey version. Yes, I'll choose that one. And yet again, this is meant to be relaxing, and I'm definitely not in a hurry when it comes to all of this, so it's just a matter of coming along as I stitch and talk and do, you know, another thing or two. Let's see, where do we have the, there. So do you have anything in plan for today, or I've done anything special earlier today? And I'm talking to all of you European friends out there. We are a couple of them, really. So I have been to work today, and for those that don't know, I did do live streams and videos almost every day before, but I was not working at that time. And going back meant that I had to prioritize a little bit different. But this is meant to be, let's see, I don't want that needle. Where is the other one? We'll go this one. So I meant to do, you know, a little bit of everything and combine the crafting with it. So let's see, I'll just do like a running stitch up to here, do another type color in here. At least that's what I'm thinking. And I don't know, most of it or part of it might be covered, like up here, but I don't really mind. So it's just a matter of having fun when doing this. And for the back side, for those of you who are all into embroidery, you know, that's, I wish I were like that. I remember my grandmother, when she made all kinds of things, you couldn't really see what side was, you know, the wrong and right side of the things that she made, because both sides were really, really beautiful. But me, no. This is just for fun. So we're going with yellow, and I have realized, because I did notice that I had a couple of pictures up, of course, on my community tab, and you know, I've changed it up. I've changed it so many times, and part of that is because at the moment when I sit with this, I just literally feel that this will go or that won't. So yeah, I'll change it as I go. So that's kind of how I work. So I'm debating with myself. I definitely want fabric in here, but I'm thinking I would throw in some Aida cloth, and I haven't really decided on if that would be a thing or not. Probably in the end, because I'm thinking as this will be the summer journal, this will literally be one of those things that I could take to the beach with some needles and threads and just create. So it needs a whole bunch of pages and some versions of, you know, all different kinds of things. So this for me, I don't know, slow stitching. And thinking, you know, when I heard the term and why, I cannot remember. I think I heard it, I would say like not more than 2 or 3 years ago. The actual term like slow stitching instead of embroidery, because Brooke, I think it was her, Recreations by Brooke on YouTube, released like little slow stitching kit that I actually bought. And it was up to the point where, you know, you had even, and I'm not really joking, you know, bits and pieces, and I don't know what to do with these specific ones, but you know, bits and pieces like this, what do you do with them? Do you throw them away, or can you somehow incorporate these in your slow stitching project? And I would definitely say, of course, you can incorporate them. And let's see, I will show you if I have it here. I have it here close. Now, I've done things like this before. Yet one of those, like, you know, I have a piece of fabric that I don't know what to do with, and I have a little bit of time and I need to create something fun. So I've done a couple of these for no reason really, but just fun. And I've done yet again some small little bits and pieces of fabric that I had left, created these flowers and this. No, oh, because this to me, I have no clue if I've seen these some other place, but these are just scrap bits, and I realized, oh, those will be beautiful petals on the flowers. So I created something like that. And then the idea of what to do with all the scrap bits, and I'm still not really convinced, but I did do a little crochet. You know, I don't know if this is good or bad, but I made this cover, and literally this is scrap bits, and I'm actually kind of gathered them now as the cover comes along. I have scrap bits like this, you know, piece of material that I literally, let's see, I did that the other day. I just sewed it in like that for a little decoration thing. I had a little piece of some yellow. I slow stitched it here. Had pieces of ribbon left. I just put them there, so you know, you never waste anything. This is from the June journal, a little bit, so that will definitely fill up in terms of the June journal. I don't know. I think I started this, I would say, a year ago, maybe, something like that. So I am definitely just doing this for fun and for the relaxing part of it all. It's always, I don't know, it's one of those, working 100% as I do, coming home, realizing, let's see, I will turn this around, it makes it easier for me, realizing I need to calm down, and this is the perfect way. Definitely. And I do have an embroidery hoop, for those of you wondering. I don't know. I don't like it. I have, it's not me. It is definitely not me. So no, that's not gonna happen here. Definitely not. So these yellow, let's put them there. As you can see, it goes kind of quick when doing these. And then let me think, we go up here. Yeah, creating the other way around just to make it easier to be able to show all of you too. And you know, when I started the whole slow stitching thing, I was actually thinking like, I know for a fact that I'm not a person that likes to embroider because of, and I was thinking, you know, looking at all the beautiful things that my grandmother made, and I no, that's just no, I wouldn't be able to do such thing, was my thought. And then I realized, you know, with the slow stitching, that might be because I like the relaxing part of this. Let's see, how in the world are we going to cheat a little bit and put yeah, let's see if yes, this will work. So how in the world am I going to incorporate the relaxing part and slow stitching? I heard of it. That was my answer. One thing though, you know, live like this is, and realizing, yeah, I have actually one of these to help me. Sometimes, you know, the eye of the needle kind of screams to me sometimes. I do not want to have a thread in me. And this makes it way easier to thread the needle sometimes. So going up and down and up and down, and next we will look into a little piece of fabric to put on here, just to have a little bit of something else. Let's see. So as you look into this, it didn't really take too much time, and I've done, you know, challenges with slow stitching and things like that before. I don't know if I will be all up into all the beautiful stitches and everything. That's definitely not the aim for this journal. It could literally, now when thinking about it, just be, you know, all different kind of I don't know, this is the running stage. I think this is, I have no clue. I once knew all the names. This is another version of it, but when looking into them, they kind of look the same, which to me, you know, you don't really need more than, I would say, like two ways of, you know, or two type stitches. Let's see, put it this way makes it easier because you can see. And when the aim of creating like an embroidery type thing isn't the main, I wouldn't really be bothered by anything else but having fun. So within a couple of minutes we filled this thing up. Let's look into, as you can see, I've done a whole bunch of different type of fabrics on the cover, and on the front cover. The thing is, I was debating with myself, I have no clue about the color, but I'm going to slow stitch like a random stitching thing throughout the whole thing. You know, I have no clue. Maybe I will cover the whole thing in random, and then going back on the back side of this and doing the same thing. So I have no clue. But it's fun, and it's definitely relaxing. Haven't quite figured that one out yet, but that will be a thing to think about quite some time. Let's see, do I want to have that one? Maybe cover it like that, the edge there. And I have this, these three, I would say, from the same fabric, and two of those on the front. I was thinking about one in the back. Am I going to just place it like that, or maybe I'll have to think about the placement there, just in the corner of the triangle, maybe? I'm debating this little area here. No, that's definitely not gonna happen. We will put it up here instead. Like that would be a thing. And I would say kind of there. And this pink. I'm gonna go like over like that. And then of course I did do a little bit of change for those of you that were with me in the beginning. This was meant to be on the front together with that red butterfly. I cut this down and was actually thinking about putting it on the back, but I'm not too sure about that anymore. Maybe I will incorporate it in the actual journal instead, somewhere. So let's start with this. I did those white stitches on the front part of the cover. I think I'm gonna go with the same thing for the red one there. So let's see, do I have any and I'm looking into all the bits and small little pieces of the thread. I don't, but I have the thread here, so we will just take a new part of it. Just gonna attach it here, and for those of you wondering, this is just a piece of paper making it easier for me. And all the bits and pieces will of course be used, like my June journal. This will be a project to use up, and that's my aim for the year, really. Use up what you have, Gigi. It's one of those things, you know. So we know where we want the red. Let's see, do I want to have it more like that? I will have to look into that position. Yeah, that will do, that will do. Thinking, is this seed stitching that I'm looking into now? Slow stitching, tiny small little stitches, because the aim result for this big one is something like that, doing the same thing. So I am, throughout this summer, apart from maybe a week or two, going to stream every week. The thing that I'm debating with myself, and I'm thinking, if any one of you are interested, I did have something called Friends Day on a Wednesday before, and it's always fun to do some stitching or do some crafting, or you know, just talk to another person, streamer, when doing this. So if you want to join me, you can send me a message on my Facebook Mrs. Gigi, and you know, we will get together and find ourselves a time, and it will be Wednesdays, and I stream 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in doing it together with me, or just maybe trying it out for the first time, it's always a little nerve-wracking to do it by yourself. So that's something to try together with somebody else. Hello, Kathy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. So this is what we will do. I have one more thing for today. Even that thing is relaxing, and my aim for this summer is, and also in terms of creating, is to have it relaxing, as relaxing as possible. You know, we're working 100%, and you know, school is coming to an end for the summer, but it's, I don't know, it's always something happening. And then of course I have the family too, so, but if you want to try out streaming together with somebody, it's a great opportunity to try it out, and you're more than welcome to do it together with me. Maybe you've been thinking about streaming and haven't really thought it through, things like that. So as you can see, doing these little slow stitching thingies. Let's put one stitch there, and let's see, going back, and only just back and forth, back and forth. I was about to say with no rhyme or reason, but you know, of course it's in some way. I try to have some sort of a pattern, or you know, in this case not really doing the stitches too close to each other, you know, it's something like that. So do you have any crafting going, Kathy or Teresa, or for those of you listening? Well, summer is coming up with all those type of things, you know, relaxing time. So I know that for some of you it might just be not crafting, but I'm not too sure. So as you can see, this is coming along. Slowly but surely. I have, and I was trying to find, because I don't know, I did, not last year, because last year I studied all year. The year before that I participated in handmade tags, handmade 2020 52 it was, and that was 52 versions of different type of stitches, one stitch each week on a little tiny tag. It was really, really fun and relaxing. So I've done a couple of stitching things. At one point I thought I would go into felting as well. I bought all the things I need. Haven't really had the time to do felting, but maybe, you know, sometimes in the near future would be a thing to try out. Let's see, putting that apart a little bit. And for those of you wondering in chat, this, I think nothing special in terms of the needle. And when it comes to the thread, I bought one of those giant mega packs on Amazon. Unfortunately, I don't really know the exact name of it now, but then again, you know, DMC thread mega pack would actually, or at least I'm thinking that would give some sort of result in terms of having a huge pack of all the thread colors you need. And for those that didn't see in the beginning, the one that I got, I've used some colors of course, but you know, it's a whole range of all different kinds of brown, green, I have no clue, like blue. It's underneath here too, so this is just the top layer. Pink, purpley, pink, purple down here, brown. So this is actually more than you need if you're like a beginner, but I thought that this mega pack was extremely cheap, so I tend to go, you know, if it's possible, I tend to just buy all the things that I need for future purposes. That's the thing. And I've had those for quite some time now. Quite some time. So we are coming to an end on this. And then let's see the thread too, actually, and have a couple of more stitches. I am one of those that really do want to use up every little bit of thread that I can, so that is what I will do. And then do a little thing on the back. Let's see. Yep, it's still working. My eyesight, that is. But I have actually thought about that with the eyesight. Let's see, going there and in just a couple of more stitches, and then of course I need to figure out the next part. Let's see. So as you can see here, if you look closely, this is the seed stitch, I think the name is that, throughout the whole thing. take another piece of this white thread here, finish this area up, and for those of you that have coffee, can definitely take a sip of coffee in between, which I will do. I have it here. And then on with this thing we go. Let's see, do we need there? And we are definitely looking into, when it comes to the type of fabric, Ada cloth, paper, what do you think? Combination of all three? Yeah, I haven't really decided. I love to write in a journal, and of course this will be some sort of summer journal in one way, but I'm not too sure about the writing part of the journal, if I'm gonna do it in another type journal not really shown online, or if I will just go with combining writing in this one, or more like not really diary type writing, just I don't know, a bit or two or something written. And I wouldn't say, you know, for those of you thinking like, oh, I do want to have some sort of diary or a journal of some sort, you don't really have to do it big. You can create a journal and put, you know, glue beautiful pictures in, or write even like a sentence or two each week. You know, it doesn't really have to be big. Let's see, that is this there. I kind of want to save that just in case I want to do something. And as you can see, I'm not really too bothered by the back here. And let's see, that is finished. The thing that I do though is just going underneath the stitching part, couple of stitches like this, kind of securing the whole thing. Then going to create a little type knot like that. This is going to be covered, and you know, you won't really see, but when looking at it like this, this in itself can be quite inspiring. I need to kind of cut that thing off. I can definitely see that. So this in itself can definitely inspire you. Putting the white thread aside, you never know when you need it next time. Do we want to put this one here now? Does it look like no? I would say no. I don't really like it there anymore, even though we prepared it like that. Let's look into this. I have one of those swirls left, or the ones that I've cut out like this. I have a whole I don't even know how many yards of fabric with this little swirly thing, so I can definitely have more if I'd like. But then again, I do like this. What type of what color thread do we want? Green. I'm thinking, let's see, do we want, that's the clothes, let's see, do we have more of that specific one, or am I going with that thread? I think I will do that. It's this one, and I'm actually gonna use this, I'm gonna use it up, going all the way around. And then of course, no, this is the one. You know, one thing when doing this, 2 years ago, I had my favorite needle of all times. And this is kind of hard. I'll be, you know, it was hard when it happened, but it broke. And yep, I didn't really want to change needles, but of course I kind of, you know, I had to. And I haven't since found one that I like. The problem with the needle that I had was that I didn't really know the brand. I didn't have the packaging left, so I couldn't look into that or anything, you know. So it was kind of like a sad moment, but I managed to come over. But then again, you know, I'm speaking to you about it now, so I don't know. It was a sad moment. And do you have any recommendations? I know I've tried a couple, and I tend to go with longer needles than the shorter ones. I tend to go longer needles because it's easier to make French knots, but I haven't really found this like the one that I use. I don't know when it comes to this one, but it's one of those that, yeah, it's needle B, let's say it like that. It's definitely needle B. So as you can see, kind of the same stitches like this, but just around evenly, or at least trying to evenly space them out throughout this little square in the edge. So that is what we will do. The other thing though, let me show you. I found this, and I was thinking, this to me was one of those things that was really intimidating me at the time when I bought it. But yet again, I've changed my mind. This will be another of the relaxing coloring moments of this summer. Trying at least to do something colorful with this. So that is another of those projects in mind for the summer. That's gonna be fun. I don't know about you, but summer to me is meant to, or me as a teacher as well, you know, there is a hectic year, you know, with school and then the summer break. And here in Sweden, where I am, we have 10 weeks off during summer. So that is my way of thinking, oh, this is the relaxing part of my year. I need to take care of the time and I need to take care of me too. So I tend to do that. So let's see, is that, yeah, that's the back part of the fabric. Let's see, maybe one more stitch in the corner here. No, more than one, I can definitely see it. Like that. Up and down we go in a slowly, or trying at least for a slowly moment there. And as you can see, it's kind of creating something. And you can go, you know, I've had a little bit of space, and I will for this one have some extra thread longer in between. That is kind of fun to add in as a little extra color. So now debating, do I want to go more? No, I will leave that thread and put a little longer version of the same color on my needle. Let's see. Makes it easier. No, we have to rewind. So tomorrow, and I've been thinking about it. Tomorrow is the National Day for Sweden. So the Swedish National Day. And for those of you living in America, you know, your 4th of July is a really, really big thing. I know that. But here in Sweden, and I am not really sure, to be totally honest with you. I think we've had it as like a day off. Maybe just the last, I don't know. Is it 10 years? No, nothing like that. I'm not totally sure. We haven't really celebrated the National Day here in Sweden. No, it's not really like a big celebration day. I'm thinking in a way, you know, we have midsummer coming up in the end of June, and that to me is definitely more of a celebration. And I'm thinking because of the thing that the Swedish National Day hasn't really been a holiday for, you know, the everyday Swede. It used to be like a normal working day. So, but it has been like our national day for, I have no clue, like a really, really, really long time. But it was only, I would say, the recent 10 years or so, it's been like a holiday. So people did the celebration part of the typical, and I don't know, I think it still is like a typical Swedish celebration. That is midsummer at the end of June. And that's been like that for I I don't know, several like 40 years maybe. So that day, the midsummer day, is more our national day than another one. And that to me, in the sense of the Swedish National Day and the US National Day, totally different. Let's see, do I want to, yeah, we will go there. To stretch it out a little bit. Make it a little bit bigger here. So the thing that I will do on this cover, I will, as you can see, create some sort of base, and then throughout the summer it will be slow stitched. Let's see. No, we need this thing now. It will be slow stitch along. Slow stitch along together with me throughout the summer, and then we will have the end result in the end of summer. So it's meant to be, and I'm hopefully thinking that this will be relaxing to me. And I have realized this, you know, slow stitching or like embroidery thing, it wasn't relaxing at all. To me, it's been something that I had to learn. It's definitely one of those. I had to learn it. And many of the things that is meant to be relaxing in terms of crafting, even like Santangle or Doodle, I've done that. That is one thing that I have had to practice doing before feeling the relaxing part of it. When it comes to this now, I can sit for hours and hours. And my husband is really wondering sometimes what I'm making. And I tend to say to him that I don't really make anything, because it, you know, now we know that I'm making this journal, but who knows? I wish that I had, because I had a blanket before, a YouTube forever blanket. And yep, I have no clue where it is, unfortunately, but I had a blanket created out of, I would say, like 3 by 3 pieces of fabric. To me, that was, you know, added on, added, so many pieces. Did some slow stitching on the thing too. You know, I had it for years, and it was definitely one of those ongoing projects just for the purpose of being relaxing. And I'm actually a little bit sad. It might be I did some cleaning here in the craft room, just throwing things without looking. I think I'm a little bit sad, but I think it kind of went in trash with those things. I have solved the whole thing with creating this journal instead. Oh, this is not really going the way that I wanted to. Let's start that one over. So this will be 2024 version. That's what it is. See, putting the needle thread, these are so handy when thinking about it. Let's see if this doesn't really work. I'm not sure about the thing anymore. Let's just say it like that. Yeah, of course I am in a way, but you know, let's go in there again, making it a little bit easier on myself. Up and down we did go, but you can do it like this too. So as you can see, it creates a little bit of a row. And yet again, something fun. Let's see if we'll just tuck that underneath. I do want to have that underneath the whole thing. The last little bit here, the last stitch, I need to kind of hold that one down. That's gonna be tricky. Is it? Yeah, we'll just go like that. A little bit on an angle, but there it is. Slow stitched all the way around again. And we will just go, let's see, on the edge like that. And skipping a couple of the stitches, and hopefully, yeah. Oh, of course that didn't work. I have 3 strands of the DMC thread here, and sometimes they are playing a trick on you. Why are you doing this to me, thread? Making so much noise. Doing it again. skipping a pair of stitches just in terms of going back to secure the thread, meeting it up, and I'll just do a regular knot like that, a double to be sure. And of course in embroidery you wouldn't definitely not do that, but you know, I have no intention of having something extra special. Let's see, this one, this will go, let's see, where did I put that one? There and there. That's the end of or the beginning and the end of the shorter one that we did. We're just going to tie the knots like that, cut the whole thing off. Ta-da, this is made. So slowly but surely did this, we did that one, we did this, and I would say that I will put this one in here, and probably, and I'm actually thinking some buttons as well. Where do I have those? I bought a whole bunch of colorful buttons, but where are they? Where are they when you need them? That's the question. Everything is always gone when you need them. Isn't it like that? Let's see. Do we want to have it there or just... I'm not sure. So for today we will put this aside a tiny bit. With the threads and everything, I'll just put it straight on these two, because these will be things that I use too. And as you can see, I have lace pieces that I want to put in here like that, and I will just put it to the side. Actually literally to the side, because it's going to be there. So let's look into this one. I have these that I'm working with, Faber-Castell polychrome pencils. Those will be used for the project. I've had those for a couple of years, and yep, those will be the one that we will go with. And this too isn't one of those projects that will be finished in a day or two. This will slowly but surely grow on us. And I am thinking, do I want to have it like a, you know, a real bird here or not? Or if I want to combine it with some sort of fantasy thing and the realism in it. And that's the way that I think I'm gonna go. Like that. Maybe putting a little bit of this on the edge. and even putting just this color on some of the feather parts here. The beauty with these polychrome is that you can literally do really light and then put a little bit more pressure and make it really nice vibrant type color. Like that. So we have this type of blue. A little deeper, darker. I'm going to go with the other one on top just to create another type of layering effect there. So I'm thinking this will be one of those that will grow on us throughout maybe next week and the week after that, or something along the lines of together anyways. And of course now I'm going blue and green. You could definitely go more. Let's see, we have another version of blue here, lighter one. This is more, I would say, and as you can, let's see, do we have a piece of paper that I can show you? I'm not too sure about showing you on, let's see, no, that I don't know. The seriously, why don't I have the paper? You know, when wanting to show you something, of course I need a paper. So, as you can see, doing really, and I don't really know if this is showing up on camera, doing really light creates one effect. And then you can kind of smoosh it together too, and then take a little bit more pressure and then of course you can really make it dark if you do so. The same color creates so different in terms of the effects. If you are a heavy drawer, like you are heavy on your hand, that's where you will end up in terms of color. But you can see 3 different type of versions there. For those of you wondering, this is polychrome. Let's see, it's gold colors, so 9201. Wow, I don't know why have they done this. It's the name is ultramarine. Why have they done? It's 9201 120. And of course, this is a small, tiny little set. I do like, oh, so sorry. I do like that you get all of these, you know, in a little studio box to be able to have it with you. But there are a whole bunch of these. Like, it's literally like hundreds of colors. So let's see. Where else? I found this blue, extremely dark. This is oh, this is in German, of course. Helio blue, reddish, 9201 151. And then again, if you don't want to have it too dark, you be light-handed on the things you do. Darker it becomes when adding pressure. So adding this in. So as you can see, this will take a little bit of time, but it will be fun in the end when you see the end result. So this will definitely be a thing that we will work on. Let's add 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll go there, and then adding in these small little stripy bits. So this will be what I will be working on, at least for the, I wouldn't say the rest of the summer, but some sort of the rest of June. That's especially what I say. And of course, you know, combining this with seeing how this will turn out. It's gonna be fun. Yet again, really relaxing. Which to me is the aim for this whole thing. We have forgotten about one down here. I can clearly see that. So slowly but surely, I know it's coming to life with a bit of color. So together with all of you, you will follow the process with this and a whole bunch of, you know, I'm actually thinking this that you see here will be attached in some way or another on this cover. So that's going to be fun. That's actually going to be really fun. So I am about to finish this thing off and wish you a beautiful rest of your week and weekend. I know that me and Create with Becca will be on tomorrow, Thursday, instead of Friday, because Friday I will not be at home. So I will be together with Create with Becca on her channel at 10 a.m. Central tomorrow, Thursday. So thank you all so much for those of you who have been watching today, and thank you for those of you who've been in stream together with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye everyone.